Hi guys, this is part 2 of the lecture that I did on stopping COVID-19, racism, and violence in our reality. And so today I want to talk about the tips and tools that I'm going to offer you, how you can start to change the reality that you're living in. I'm Lori Boland. I'm the founder of I Thought Mind. I'm a medical intuitive, vibrational intuitive trainer, and also I have the gift of prophecy. So in this lecture, first off, my lectures last roughly about 30 minutes. And so if you can stick around for the whole 30 minutes, that would be great. There was such a wonderful outpour of people watching the first part lecture on stopping COVID-19 and racism and violence. So I want to break this down just in case you were brand new because someone shared that video with you and you said, yes, I want to know more about this. I want to stop living in a world that is like that. So if you're brand new, thanks so much for being a part of this and taking the time out and to want to experience a different life. So let me tell you first how this works, okay? So every single human being on this planet are all based on energy. And you have two parts of energy. You have an energy part that is the physical energy part that is ran on latent energy. Okay, that latent energy also runs your autonomic nervous system. So if you've ever had that moment where you have that fight or flight, okay, where it's like, whoa, this is bad. And we live in a world that we have the law of vibration. So we're always vibrating at a frequency with our energy, okay? And we are born with one particular frequency, but often we will adopt based on conformity. Conformity of consciousness is our society as a pyramid, and this is why you'll hear things of people saying, if I want to be successful, I've got to be part of the 1%, okay? So when you take a look at that, all right, and let me stop you right here for just a moment, all right, bear with me. So that autonomic nervous system in which you hear the law of vibrations always working, here's the frequency, then the law of attraction will be an echo vibration. The moment that you were born into this world, okay, some of you were born into violence, okay, based on that environment. So therefore you have a frequency. Some of you were born into racism, and so there was that frequency. Some of you were born into sickness that then started to develop your immunization and your immunity based on your autonomic nervous system, okay? So therefore, based on this, you start to collect in your subconscious mind what I call trigger words. Then you have trigger feelings based on that frequency. The minute that you have somebody, let's say, sheltered in place for a long period of time, and that is not their normal routine, do you get that? And they are starting to feel forced on that. That then transposes your autonomic nervous system, do you follow me, to then be compromised. Follow me with this? Now when you start to then pay close attention, hear certain trigger words, certain things like this, it then starts to affect your emotion. So you've then heard, okay, what you feel, okay, will be how you perceive your reality. Therefore, then you focus your thoughts on it and it becomes your reality. Now I want to extend what I talked about yesterday, okay? So the extension of yesterday when I said, listen, there is this conformity of society. As a whole, we are to be equal in a world that is round. So no one is above someone, no one is below someone. Do you get that? But now we take a look at certain rules and what's happening in our world. Do you follow me? There are some people that will take advantage of certain things. Okay, so now I want to talk about COVID-19, and then I'm going to go into racism, I'm going to go into violence, and then I'm going to teach you the one thing that you have that is the powerhouse to prevent all of this from happening, which is your intuitive intelligence. You have 100 trillion cells of consciousness that is operated by your intuitive intelligence. So we all know good people and bad people, and we're aware of that. You got that? So you're aware that there are people that will take, advantage of people by controlling them, supposing their power onto them. So when I talked about this yesterday, and I was passionate about that, meaning, here we go. There are women in the world that literally, based on getting the job that they wanted, they were being introduced to having some sort of sex with their boss. There's rape. Now you have Boy Scouts that would literally, there would be predators molesting them. Okay? There are going to be police officers that are going to be corrupt. There are politicians that are corrupt. Okay? And that are going to be power and control of that. So to have more of that power, they're taking that latent energy from you. When they're taking that latent energy from you, they're controlling you. And the more someone controls you, okay, now you have an emotion, you have a anger, a frustration, you have all of this, therefore you're getting even more compromised. You got that? So when you're doing that, okay, because I can easily see the frustration, then it lowers your inability to connect to your intuitive intelligence. Now, pay close attention. Now, I know every single one of you guys, no matter if you have like dormant your intuition and now you've burrowed down into the conformity and you have such an emotional opinion about it, they're like, screw you, Lori, okay? You're a white woman, you're privileged or whatever. I could tell you, hey, when I was a kid, I was molested most of my life, okay? I can tell you that I had stage 4 ovarian cancer. I got a second chance at life. I can tell you that I grew up on the west side in the city that I live in, and I was part of the 1% of minority on the side of the area that I lived in, okay? So everyone has a story, okay? The answer is the solution. However, in conformity does this. Conformity says where there is a problem, you must see a solution, and the yin and the yang. But with your intuitive intelligence, all right, so if my intuitive intelligence went off that gut reaction, okay, is going to tell you, don't go down that road because maybe you're going to get pulled over, and that's going to be the police officer that's going to, in the city I live in, there is a place close to my city that there was a police officer that ended up finally getting arrested because he would pull over women and rape them and tell them if they said anything, do you follow me, that he would deny it. So in this world, there is, okay, always that. To avoid it, to live in a world of harmony, meaning harmony, where there isn't this taking advantage of, okay, where there is no COVID-19, which again, okay, was not an accident, all right? I have the gift of prophecy. I can tell you I'm not the only one, okay, that knows that wasn't an accident, okay? It was no accident. A beautiful man got murdered and was still pleading for his life. That was not an accident, okay? That was 100% malice, 100%. Okay, so here we go. We see this happen all the time. Do you get it? We also see whether or not it's in your face. When's the last time you've seen the news to see how many children get molested and abused every second? Every single second. Do you get that? This is the world. What you have as a defense mechanism against it is your intuitive intelligence. Now, what you have to do to get into that introduction of that intuitive intelligence is to not feed the strife. Do not feed the negative emotion. It will cloud you from your intuition. It will cloud you from that gut reaction. Do you get that? So our gut reaction communicates with the 100 trillion cells. So what I want you to do, however hard it is, because again, you want to bring upon change. Bringing upon change requires two things at first. One, quieting your mind to start to tune in and develop the mechanism that you have to not have those that are trying to take control over you, okay, and continue that to happen in a world, okay, where there are predators, where there are controlling people that want to murder people and they think based on their job position they can get away with it, okay, We had the big Harvey Weinstein thing that finally Harvey Weinstein, after all of these years, do you follow me, ended up. But think about that. If you had tapped into your intuitive intelligence, there would be no victims for him. Do you follow me? There wouldn't be. For any corrupt cop that is on the search, okay, like, I'm gonna react this way, okay? There was in the news, I believe a retired cop, his son, and another man that was hunting a man down, okay? And literally thought, well, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. But if you tune into your intuitive intelligence, so at first what I'm asking for you to do may be the hardest thing. It may be the hardest thing to do because you are burrowed down into letting that ownership of control. Let's fight. Let's shout. Let's make our opinions known. Let's not, okay? Because all you're doing is you're feeding more of that control. Predators happening. Leaders controlling things and making it worse. Do you follow me? And therefore, pretty soon, you're fighting with your neighbor, okay? You're fighting with the same person that is standing next to you, okay? That is on the same page, but you are outraged. Do you get that? That is lowering your autonomic nervous system. Trust me, the powers to be, it isn't gonna get any better. If you continue to stay compromised in your autonomic nervous system and your latent energy is low, okay, you're gonna find yourself no longer here in this world, okay? So I'm telling you right now, the best thing that you can do, number one, okay, is start sitting back, quieting your mind, less talking about it. Do you follow me? Because you're giving the power and control to that. Do you follow me? No matter where you are in religion, think about Jesus for a moment, okay? And Jesus died on the cross, okay? And all the suffering that people felt. Do you get that? And so you've heard Jesus has died for our sins. But if you're living in a world that predators are still sinning, okay, then you are not living in the world that Jesus created. Because what you are then doing is you are making yourself compromised. If somebody says I must stay in my home, do you follow me? All right? If I am staying really good with my latent energy, if my intuition tells me go outside, I'm gonna freaking go outside. If it tells me to go to a store and not wear a mask, I'm not gonna wear a mask. Do you follow me? Again, this is what I'm saying. So what you wanna do first is relax. Breathe. Breathing is what creates that latent energy to get higher. Do you get that? So the way to win against the predators, against the murderers, okay, against those that want to, think about this. I know a lot of African-American store owners that they actually got all their crap stolen by looters. And said, well, wait a second, we're on the same page. Like, what are you doing here? Like, I've had to work so hard to just maintain this, okay? And now you've destroyed my dream. This is what happens when you have lower latent energy. Do you get that? So I don't want you to do that, all right? So the first thing you want to absolutely do, okay, is start breathing. Relax, okay? Get into a nice homeostasis. That means literally breathing in your nose and allowing that breath, okay? Don't be quick to go back into that space. Do you follow me? Start to develop and listen to that gut, okay? What is my gut thing? Take 2 seconds. Breathe, relax, take 2 seconds, okay? Did my gut say that I should go and I should do this? Okay, I'm guaranteeing you your gut's gonna say no, okay? Not at all. We see some of the greatest people in this life. Martin Luther King sacrificed his life, okay? We have seen John Lennon sacrifice his life. We can go down the roster all day long, okay? But here is the difference. We are in a time more than ever, based even on science, the intuitive intelligence. If you just relax, do you follow me? Quiet your mind. I want you to start tuning into that. That is that gut feeling, okay? What is my gut reaction on this? If your gut reaction is like, bleep yes, I'm gonna tell them F off, Okay? No, no, no. That is you letting them win because of that emotion. Again, the goal is to have, no matter how much they search for someone, every human being's intuitive intelligence kicks in, then guess what? They can't find anyone. Pretty soon, these idiots, do you follow me, have no other way to live except turn on themselves. If they want to turn on themselves, that's great. But do not become a part of them. Do not give them your power. Do not do that. Do you follow me? Don't do it. So be calm, relax. Now I'm going to give you another a simple tool to do. We are all energy, okay? And because I work with numbers all the time, all right? And numbers are the gateway to increasing your energy to a different reality. And a different reality is this. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So think about it like this. Have you ever thought of somebody and you thought, man, I really love them, I care about them, and you would never think they would do something, and then you find out maybe they've cheated on you or whatever, okay? Now it's been introduced into you. Now if it affects you, all right, then it's affecting your latent energy. So pay close attention. Instead of wanting to know so much, do you follow me? How about tuning out and learning more about increasing your energy? You know, Jesus wasn't the only person that had a purpose in this world. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Maya Angelou, okay? John Lennon, Buddha, okay? They all knew what is called the awakening. The awakening is, I am the mighty I am. I am all things. I am all energy. If you are in your heart of hearts, want to live in a world that there is absolutely no COVID-19, no racism, no violence, okay, then you must be all things. All things means I am all things made of love. I am all things made of abundance. I am made of all things that are healing. Do you follow me with this? So this is what I want you to do in this introduction. And like I said yesterday, I was going to start making these lectures, okay, in a way that's going to help you live in a different world. A world not of ignorance, okay? A world that you are not another statistic. You are not a target for somebody that wants to take something from you. Okay? And you, every single one of you, deserve a life of peace, hope. A life that you don't have to lock your doors. A life, okay, that you don't have to worry about, am I physically going to get something because someone has purposely wanted to gain from it. Okay? No, if you want that, if you want a life where you're not concerned about somebody is following you, are they going to attack you? A life where a young, bright man does not have to tell himself the story that his father told him about if you see a police officer. This is what you must do. Do you follow me? If you want that life that you don't want children being molested. You don't want a life, okay, that you feel like you have to compromise what you are doing in your world because power and control, the person in charge says, if you don't have intimate relations with me, you will not get the ideal role in job, career that you want. Do you follow? These things are becoming increasingly aware of our world because we have something called social media. Okay? And more than ever, people that are witnessing things are literally pulling their phones out and recording them. You have a greater awareness of the destruction that is happening in the reality that you are in. If you want out of the reality that you are in and into a reality that you can feel safe, hope, healing, restoration, where you're restoring a world that seems almost unimaginable to you, almost impossible for you, okay? I want you to go on this lecture ride with me and the tools that I'm giving you, because trust me, before you start speaking over someone, giving someone strife, telling someone, that guy, what created him to be that way? Do you follow me? I want to give him a piece of my mind. Do you follow? One of the things is you've heard about forgiveness. Most people will say, yep, I forgive, but I will not forget. Do you follow me? Then you still are in that world that you are allowing yourself to be a target. Do you get that? I don't want you to be that target. I don't want you to be another statistic. I don't want the young children that are growing up today, the babies that are being born today, to hear about the stories, the things you must be careful of. No, I want you to live in a world in which when babies are born, you help them develop even stronger their intuition. You look at animals around you and they all of a sudden get that fight or flight. They know when to run. Do you follow me? Now in this case, they don't stand there and fight. Some may stand there and fight. Okay, but I will tell you what, if you are tapping in and tuning in to your intuition, you will see 2020 is a beautiful time, because now you know it is time that the reality that you are currently in is not one you want to be in. So what I want you to be able to do, now pay close attention. I want you to do this right before you go to bed at night and the first thing you do in the morning. The reason why is right before you go to bed at night is the highest point for your subconscious, okay? So you want to access a brand new energy. Do you get that? You want to access a higher energy. So no matter how long you have been in an anatomic compromised state, no matter how much emotion you're in right now, how volatile you are right now, if you do this exercise that I am telling you, you are going to start to have a different awareness, a different energy. You're going to start to not only develop a stronger intuition, you're going to hear what your intuition has to offer to you. That means a brilliant solution, one in which there is no harm, there is no punishment. Believe it or not, okay, you can change your reality. So I want you to do this at night, because this is going to then get through your subconscious, okay? And then in the morning is the highest time for your consciousness. So what meets in the middle between your consciousness and your subconscious is your intuitive intelligence. Do you follow me? Along with your reticular activating system. So the more you focus on that, do you follow me? The more you're going to be waking up, in tuned, empowered. You too can be Martin Luther King without the ending. Do you follow me? That he had. You too can be Nelson Mandela. You too, okay, can be Rosa Parks. No matter what it is. You too could be Mother Teresa. You too could be someone that spreads healing across the world. You can be like a friend of mine, Oma, the hugging guru from India, that spends every day, most of the time, hugging up to 50,000 people that can feel her love. It is time for you to be what you have been made of. Something special, something wonderful, something loving, okay? Don't make the predators make you feel less than. Don't let them ignite that fire in you. Don't let them pin you down. Don't let them make you feel in control, that you have to control the situation, that you have to fight back. Use the gift that you have. That is the intuitive intelligence, that is the ability to rise above and live in a world that someday is no longer in conformity, that there is a 1% or there is a lower percentage, that everyone is empowered and gifted and has a calling for everyone. So I want you tonight and the morning, start doing this throughout the day, okay? If you're lit up, okay, you start seeing something on social media, it's pissing you off and you're getting riled up, start breathing. Start breathing and relaxing, okay? Because you don't want to go down that frequency. Why? They just won. There is a thing called the man, okay? So anytime you get riled up, the man just won. It took a little bit of you away from you. Do you get that? So it isn't about educating about racism. No, you're still letting the man get a piece of you. Okay, you're telling stories. Here's a story, my young son, be careful, okay, from police officers. No, 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 no. You're letting the man win, okay? You wearing a mask nonstop, okay, is making the man win, because you are wearing a mask nonstop, it automatically, okay, is putting you in an anatomic state. Do you get that? So you don't want the man to win, do ya? I know I don't. So in this situation, what I want you to do starting tonight, don't activate during the day, just breathe. No, 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 okay? Because now you're on a crusade that you will not live in a world that the man has power over you. That man being the story of all of that. No, 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 okay? You want to honor George, the man that died and was murdered. You want to honor him in the way that he was made in his heart. It was with love. It was with love. It was with connection. Do you follow me? You want to honor him? Honor him by not letting the man win. Don't let the power of that control over there win. Do you follow me? Don't live in a world where there's one side that's right and one side that's wrong. That is the conformity of society. Do not do that. Every single one of you have the power to tap in and tune in to your intuitive intelligence. But when they start riling you up, that clouds your ability to even feel that gut reaction. Pretty soon you're off doing things you never thought you would do. The pieces of you, the story of you, you say, how did I get here? How did I let the man win? How did I do that? Imagine if you were not tapping into your intuition and you all of a sudden bring your child to a daycare and you had no idea and you found out later your child was molested. Do you follow me? That is not okay. Do you follow me? Not okay at all. So I am telling you, this is the time. So start tonight. It works on your subconscious. In the morning, it works on your consciousness. What you're going to do is always, breathing is your life force. It is the thing that increases your latent energy. Latent energy, okay, is what puts you in a calm state. Therefore, your anatomic nervous system cannot be compromised. When it is not compromised, you will not get COVID-19, okay? You will not. I don't care what someone might tell you, you will not get it because you will have a very strong immune system. Okay? So I want you to breathe. You're going to start off just relaxing. If you can breathe through your nose, all right? Then you go. Start getting in that calm state. If you're in an environment that doesn't feel calm, let your mind put you in an environment that is different. There was a man recently that got released from prison. He was in prison for an African-American man for 37 years. And finally, the fingerprints didn't match. He had an alibi, but he got, based on corruption, he got sentenced. He got sentenced to 80 years. And so the Innocence Project came across him. They found the DNA, shared the DNA, and it wasn't this man. And this man, someone said, you spent a whole lifetime in there. Are you mad? He said, I didn't put my mind in prison. He did not put his mind in prison. Do you follow me? Now he's starting to live his dream as a singer and someone that is in Britain's Got Talent. Okay? Do you follow me? So there is hope. I want you to think hope, healing, and restoration. So tonight, start breathing. And what I want you to do is close your eyes. If you are in an environment that does not feel okay, put your mind in a different environment. One that is okay. Breathe. And this is what I want you to do. I want to help you. And to help you, what I want you to do is put me in your mind. All right, my friend, just hold on to my hand. I have done this and I've trained people for over 30 years. Now you're going to see a door. This door, remember, you want to write this down, play this back, put it on a note. These are the numbers that are on the door. The numbers are 7, 3, 2, 5, 2, 4, 0, 0. Now, I'd love to tell you what those numbers mean, but then you're going to put that and you're going to put words on it. But trust me, we go through that door together, you are going to see a different reality. You are going to feel a different energy. You are going to be ignited. You are going to have hope and healing and restoration. And soon enough, you're going to have your empowering message to make a difference. But during the day, throughout the day, let that intuition kick in. Don't let the man win in anything. Don't do it. Start doing the exercise, and I'm going to be back here on Monday for a continuation of this lecture, because I want you to start feeling what it really feels like to be you. You, that special calling that is you, that special purpose that God, the universe, distilled in you and brought you into this world not to feel suffering, okay? Not to be a statistic, not to be in a world. The universe, God doesn't put you in a world that says, okay, experience racism, experience molestation, experience rape, experience violence. Let me bring you in there so you're a predator. No, okay? It doesn't. But the conformity of consciousness can turn you into something that you're not. Now I want you to turn back into something that you are made of. You are made of love. You are made of healing. You are made of abundance. There will be no shortage of anything you need in your life. There won't. Just stick with me. Be my friend. Connect with me in this exercise, and I will guide you to a place where there is a world of harmony and where your message can be heard to make a long legacy difference. You don't have to have something bad happen to you to have a story. Let's not do that. Let's not turn this into something that the man is winning. So I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope you will do the work. I really do. Trust me, okay? I know, I have been a victim. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be a child repeatedly abused, molested. I know what it's like. I know what it's like that someone can turn you in, twist you into something, that you do things that you are disgusted that you did, but you felt that in your emotion because you let the man win. You get that? So I hope you take this with the love and compassion that I have to offer to you guys. And I hope that you spread this second part 2 lecture around. It is time for us to be what we are made of, the calling that we are. So with that being said, guys, much love. I hope you'll be back here on Monday. All right, I'm Lori Bolin, the founder of I Thought Mind. I'm a medical intuitive, vibrational intuitive trainer, and I have the gift of prophecy. Please listen to my message today, as it will make a difference in your life. Much love, guys. All right, namaste.